All right. So, I mean, I think it's up in the air whether she did these things or not. It's probably likely. A lot of people are talking about people who are familiar with her. I don't think maybe Candace Owens will push something like that. Probably not Judge Joe Brown if he's familiar with her people. Um, but I'll say this: that part right there doesn't really matter to me, right? I mean, again, it was said if you put both of their records up against each other, they both wild. And what you have to understand is that I'm familiar with a few politicians, some of your favorite senators, and everything else are all freaks. They all have some really weird sex. Not I can't say all, but a lot of them, right?
Ooh
A
la
lot of them
la.
doing a whole bunch of things that are ridiculous. That you would be like, hell no, this is not happening. But yes, sex parties, all kind of crazy
Oh
stuff.
my God.
S&M, whatever you could think about, they into that. And I mean, a lot of people are. They just don't talk about it. They don't say the things that they do. They say it around the people they're comfortable with. And you go to some of these meetings, you go to some of these rooms, you find out a lot about people. Just like a lot of us are freaks in certain ways. Everybody has their own sexual past that's usually checkered. It is what it is. So we can sweat that if we want to, but I'm more concerned about her policies. And right now, I'm not I'm not liking her policies, man. I don't feel like people who like, and she's done prosecutions for people against weapons, and when you listen to her talk right now, she's going to be writing bills against weapons, and she don't know the first thing about them. And you were prosecuting people for it. I'm like, what the hell's going on? That right there is crazy. I think her knowledge on technology is limited. I don't think that people who don't understand how energy works should be writing energy policies. I think it's stupid. I think that most of these politicians pretty much suck as far as what their knowledge is for the bills that they're writing. They just don't know, and they're not informed enough to be making these decisions for everyone. All they know is that who sponsors them, who got them in office, and who's going to continue to donate to their campaign funds. It's all nasty. But she could do what she want, man. She could keep doing it. She want to keep freaking. It is what it is. I don't care about none of that. It's all nonsense to me because there's too many people doing it, and we can't really judge people by that. I judge you by what it is that you're going to produce. I haven't seen her do anything of significance that I appreciate. She had a chance to negotiate when she went to Africa, and then she tried to push the agenda on them. She's talking about, oh, you need to worry about the human rights of these the alphabet community, and I'm like, bro, that's what we talk about. And then China's going over there negotiating and saying, hey, look, we got work for y'all, and we go over there and tell them that you need to worry about this. That's what I think is stupid. That's my problem with her. She got to do better at that. She got to do things that the people of America actually care about. And I don't think that she's capable of it. And come November, I think we're going to see a lot of people who don't. And there's going to be a lot of people who are going to vote for her. She's going to do better than Biden, in my opinion, because there's people who are excited about her. And I think she means well. I just don't think that she is the most suitable person to be to have the most important job on the planet, in my opinion. I don't think so. I'll leave it at that for now.
All right, go ahead, Hank.
Yeah, as far as her slipping her way to the top, I don't know about that part. I wasn't a fan of when she was in as a Democratic representative, and the reason why she didn't get nominated as a Democratic rep. I just had no faith in her, man. When I see the crime bills that you know, she was over, man. It was just sickening. It was very disappointing, and to hear about some of the stories, I don't know if they all confirmed or true or not. I'm hearing y'all say different stuff. Uh, it's bad, man. So a woman like that who supposedly comes from the same neighborhoods we come from, yeah, those are worse. Those are worse, man. So no, hell no. I look, she probably look. I wouldn't doubt she did sleep with the motherfuckers get up. I believe a lot of them ladies in politics do that. So I wouldn't put it past her if she did the same thing. So
Go ahead, brother Shan.
Look, man, I am a conservative. I do not think Kamala Harris is the best choice for the United States of America. And I adore Candace Owens. Like, can't nobody say nothing bad about Candace to me. I support Candace. But to be honest with you, I'm with Kenny, man. I'm with Kenny's last statement. You know, and these politicians, they all crooks and they all shady, left and right, blue and red. They all unscrupulous, man. They all nasty. I've been in politics, trust me. And, you know, to be honest with you, I'm not going to talk about Kamala's personal life. You know, because, I mean, shit, Trump is in court with porn stars. Are we going to talk about Kamala and this motherfucker is in court talking about hush money came out of the wrong checking account. You know, if you do talk about Kamala's history, she was with Willie Brown, the mayor of San Francisco. They were together. They did date. He said it. Willie was separated from his wife, though. See, Willie dated, and he was 60 years. He's 91 today. 91. That's how old he is today. But this is back in the 90s. Willie was smashing Kamala in the 90s, but he separated from his wife in 82. That's at least 8 years that he was already done with his wife. Who did you date 8 years ago? Or who was you with, or your ex or whatever, 8 years ago, and now you met somebody new? And people are trying to say, oh, she's a home wrecker. It's just not true, man. And people just make up stuff. You know, she became our attorney general in 2011. So she's met Willie in the 90s. Willie left his wife in the early 80s, 82. She became the AG in 2011. That's 10 years after the year 2000. 11 years after the year 2000. Get it? I get it, man. Fraternization and fraternizing is bad. You know, you can't. The cashier should not be smashing the manager because the manager is going to give the cashier the good hours to work. That's the reason why you can't date your boss. You got to change departments or change jobs. Was there some cronyism there? Of course it was. That's Willie's ex-girl. You know, you don't think Willie made a couple phone calls? Hey, man, make sure that she's taken care of. Wouldn't you? I know I would. Anybody, hey, take care of her. Yeah, that's my girl. We're not together no more. That's old stuff, but take care of her. Of course he did. Who don't? LeBron just got his son a job that we gonna argue. A lot of people say he didn't deserve.
Nepotism.
That's the nepotism is when it's your family. The cronyism is when it's your friends. But they both one and the same, two sides of the same coin. The reality is this, man, notwithstanding the everybody trying to tarnish her name, because that's the part that I think a lot of people are saying, oh, well, where's this smoke when Trump was doing nasty shit and grabbing women by the pussy? All of a sudden, we talking about how she smashed her way to the top, and then we look at the timeline, and it's not really like that, but it probably is like that, but it's like that over here too. And they all nasty, man, all of them. And that's okay, because we nasty too. I'm nasty. Motherfucker. The reality is the United States of America needs another CEO. This country needs another chief executive officer. And we are a multi-trillion dollar business with a T. And to run a multi-trillion dollar business, you need the best executive we can get. Kamala's not it. So I don't care about her sex life or or the fact that she was smashing Willie, or she had somebody put in a few phone calls to get her resume put to the top of the pile. So is she good for the job? My opinion, no.
Go ahead, Marcus. We can't hear you.
If you were to base it off his previous businesses, do you think Trump is the best chief executive officer?
Oh, absolutely. Are you asking me? Is that a question for Shan?
Yeah, that's a question.
Yeah, because I've come up with, started, ran, invested, and lost 20 plus companies myself since 1999. I get it. Trump Steaks, Trump University, Trump this, Trump that, Trump shoes, Trump all this different stuff. There's stuff that Trump started that we don't even know about. And just like look at Kamala, she was smashing this dude. Trump, he had a fake university and he was fighting how many bankruptcies has he had? Dog, you got business is more tough than people think it is. It's almost like, somebody who's only ever driven an automatic, you put them inside of a car that's a stick shift and you say go. They go, I can do this. They think they can just get in the driver's seat and go. They're not going nowhere. Business is very difficult. And Trump, in terms of his business acumen, is good. Despite his failures, despite his unscrupulous business deals, despite his muscle man stuff, yes. Currently, with the people that we have now, I would rather a different CEO even than him. But with the pool of people that I have to run this country economically, with his failures, absolutely yes.
Shannon, that is so bad. How many times he got listen, I would never diminish your business acumen, but you're not getting bailed out by Deutsche Bank and your rich cronies that help you stay afloat after bad business decision after bad business decision. You took a chance. You're an entrepreneur. You don't get afforded the same luxuries as someone like him. Even in the presidency, you're not supposed to make money off your presidency. He jumped right over the emoluments clause and put his kids in play to make money with the Arabs. Yes or no?
No.
What?
No, he didn't.
What?
No.
Bro didn't even take a salary.
Okay, wait.
No, he did not break the emoluments clause.
Okay, allow me to get out and then rebut it.
We got to keep it real.
666 in New York was not sold to the Arabs with his daughter and son sitting at the table to get him out of hock with that building. Tell me I'm wrong about that.
If that's the case, then man, we got to talk about
his daughter and son took the ownership. I mean, his daughter and son were put in control of the company while he was president because he can't control the company while he's president.
And they shut down.
So whatever his daughter and son are doing, I mean, that's what they're supposed to be doing. They're supposed to be
watch
this. Shut down. But we're not going to talk about Hunter Biden and his deal.
Am I wrong that they were actually sitting in meetings at the White House regarding finance matters? Regarding those
they are his kids. They don't work for the White House.
Trying to hear because he's not even trying to hear. That's why he's talking. So I can't talk and he can't listen. He just wants to rebut it. So I'll digress to somebody else.